Hey, what's up, everyone? AJ here from the Thwip side, and I just noticed, I knew it was a while, but I just noticed today it's been 7 days since I've uploaded a video, and I apologize for that. That pesky adulthood gets in the way. I'm on a weird mid-shift at work, so I spend my mornings before work helping my wife get the kids to school, and nighttime watching the Yankees right before bed. So, with that being said, it has been 7 days, and I've been wanting to make this particular video. It's a little different. It's more like a video diary, per se, so to say. And it all has to do with, as you can tell, Star Wars. And the reason for this video is probably like 5 months ago or so, I had a version of, I guess, a reverse type, I don't know, midlife crisis type deal. And I freaked out. I mean, a nerdum midlife crisis, not a real midnight crisis. So don't worry. But anyway, so I've been a lifelong collector and fan of Star Wars since the first time I saw Empire Strikes Back in a movie theater. I'm going to date myself. I was age 4, and I've been in love with the franchise ever since. And I've spoken in the past about, in one of my reviews, I think it was one of the High Republic reviews, and in that review I had asked, you know, please leave your comments of politics and stuff like that out, because this collecting hobby of mine, my comic collecting, my gaming, I do all that, like many of you, for escapism. And I keep to get away from that real world stuff, because sometimes you just need to get away from it because it's overbearing at times, as you all well know. And the problem I had more and more is with Star Wars, it was a lot harder to escape, especially in the realm of real world politics and things of that nature. And all the anger that comes with it. I mean, Star Wars breeds an angry fandom and let pushback from the corporation itself, and then all the real world politics started getting more and more into it, and I just couldn't take it anymore, and I just said I needed a break. I needed to be done, and I went a little too far and said I was done with Star Wars forever. But if you love something, you set it free. If it doesn't come back, it wasn't meant to be. In this case, Star Wars came back. So there we go. So that was just a quick rambling rundown of all that. But that being said, in that craziness where I just had enough, I sold off a bunch of my collection, almost all of my collection. And now that it's come back, I'm not super mad at myself, but I'm like, I should have I took it too far, and maybe I should have held back, maybe just stored it away or something. But I didn't. And being an adult and wiser, I said, I could freak out, be totally mad at myself, but strangely, I'm not. You'd think you would be, but anyway, I decided to take it as a positive note and to rebuild my Star Wars collection. And maybe back in the day, even with the 3.75-inch line, everything, I gobble everything up. Then I got into the Black Series, gobble everything up. And although I enjoyed my collection, it was a disorganized mess, kind of. And I'm going to use this as a positive way to rebuild my collection in a more organized manner, and just not take it on my head that I was a fool and not even think about how foolish I was to just get rid of it all. With that being said, this is what I have left of the Black Series collection. I did do a review on Republic Commando Boss, and actually, he is what got me to say, hey, I need to get back into Star Wars. I love Star Wars too much. And that happened because I was buying birthday presents for my oldest son, and he loves Star Wars too. And I and while shopping for figures for him, I said I saw the boss figure and I said I need that, and that started it all back up. That being said, as you can see, the rest were the remaining figures in my collection. And so what we have here is the Darth Vader carded from A New Hope. It's the set that has this, comes with a stand. I am an out-of-box collector. It's just I never opened this up for some reason. I'm going to open it up. I mean, the box is damaged and stuff, and I never had the intent of not opening it. I just never did. And then I have the Return of the Jedi Luke, just a figure I didn't want to part with because I just thought he looks really cool and love Jedi Luke. And then I had to keep my Amazon exclusive Chewbacca from Empire Strikes Back with the 3PO that you can take apart and put on his back. Growing up as a kid, the original figure, this original figure was my favorite. I played with that all the time. As you guys may have seen, I've recently started collecting Halo figures, the 6-inch or close to 6-inch Spartan collection, and also these World of Halo 4.5-inch guys, which I absolutely love. And this leads to my conundrum. While I've grown to really love the Black Series and have since really stopped collecting for a while, well, what is now the vintage collection, the 3.75-inch scale, these World of Halo guys got me thinking, do I want to rebuild my collection with the Black Series, mostly Black Series focused, or do I want to go back to the vintage? And it's kind of a hard choice because for a while there wasn't much in the vintage collection new. I mean, they were trickling in, but now I see pre-orders and things coming out and that have just recently come out that they look absolutely fantastic. There's something that I just still love. Maybe it's the little kid in me about the littler guys. Space-wise is definitely a bonus. They don't take up as much space. So I'm actually trying to decide if I'm going to focus more on the vintage or stay with Black Series. I do have one other thing. I kind of misled you guys saying this is all I had left in my collection. I do have the Captain Rex from the Clone Wars. I love Captain Rex in the 3.75. And I also have, I forgot to get them out, a droid from the Disney Droid Factory, I believe. My son got that when he was off on a trip to Disney World a few years back. So that's my conundrum, but I think for right now, for the purpose of this vlog, until I decide, because I have more of the Black Series, I'm going to just focus on Black Series right now. And I'm rambling, so I'm just going to move on. So, speaking Black Series, like I said, this was the basis. This is what I have to start with. And I did also, if you saw my short, just picked up, I think it was last week, the carbonized Paz Vizsla Heavy Mando. And I've never been super, into the carbonized, but he happened to be on the pegs, and his look is pretty close. It's not like the colors aren't totally off. So I don't even know. I was going to use him as a stand-in until I got the regular Paz Vizsla, but I think I might just stay with him because it's not too shiny. It's shiny, but we'll see. But anyway, so that's my edition, the first edition in this series of rebuilding my Star Wars collection. I'm going to make it into a pet playlist, like I said, like journal entries. If I pick up new figures, I will do reviews on them, but I'm not going to review figures that have been out and I've had, and everybody's seen them that have been out for 2 years, 3 years, or whatever. But this is an opportunity to make these videos and maybe make me not bang my head off the wall for selling my whole collection. And the way I think I'm going to do it, I'm starting to look at rebuilding my collection in the terms of like teams. Like I'm gonna separate everything into teams, like New Hope teams. Like you got, obviously Luke, Han, Leia, Chewie. To me, that's a team. You got the Star Wars Rebels team. You got Rogue One team. If you want to get into the sequels, teams. Clone Wars is a little different because there's so many characters, but of course you have to have your Anakin and Obi-Wan, maybe Padme team. And then, of course, all your troops. I mean, you have your Empire, Clone Wars, clones, battle droids, things of that nature. So I think I'm going to do it like with kind of the mindset of as putting everything into teams. I'll do a bounty hunter team when I'm collecting. These will be for my bounty hunter team when I pick things up. And I think that's a good way for me to rebuild the collection. I'm super excited to get back into Star Wars. Maybe I'll do split. Maybe I'll get into the vintage as well, because it seems like some of those releases in the vintage, well, there are some that are in both Black Series and vintage, but some haven't been announced for Black Series yet, and it's like, wow. And as time goes by more and more, as we go through, they develop better techniques and things. Those vintage figures look more and more fantastic all the time. So we'll see. It's kind of hard not to pull the trigger and put some pre-orders in for the vintage and pick up some cool new releases. But like I said, anytime I get some figures to add to the collection rebuild, I will make a journal entry. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna have this as a playlist. So if you want to check it out, see how I'm doing, make a comment, whatever, that'd be great. Thanks for being patient and waiting for this video for 7 days. And if you're seeing it for the first time, this video for the first time, feel free to check out some of my other content, my reviews and things. I still keep saying I'm going to get back with some gaming videos. I just got the new Xbox and I'm trying to figure out the record functions on that. I'm kind of having a little trouble with it. Getting old. But anyway, please, if you like any of my content, please consider subscribing. Drop me a comment. Say what's up. Don't forget to hit the like button and thwip that notification bell. Man, I can't talk today. And I will catch you guys really soon right back here on the Thwip side. Later.